gonna give you one piece of advice that it almost seems too simple and too stupid to actually work, but trust me, this can literally change your whole life and the way that you go about your life and the way that you perceive things in your life. The supposed magic pill that I'm going to give you is simply learn how to breathe properly. Learn how to breathe using your diaphragm and not chest breathing. Whenever we're kids, and we tend to be much more open to experiences, we tend to be much more adventurous, less stress, less overthinking. Sure, there is a level of being a kid, meaning when you're a kid you just think less about things, your brain isn't as developed, especially your logical side of the brain. If you look at younger kids, you will notice that the majority of them breathe using their stomach. You will see their bellies float up and down. Being able to breathe with your diaphragm, not only is it going to slow down your breathing, and by slowing down your breathing and breathing properly and intaking enough oxygen in your body will also allow you to relax yourself. Your body will feel more relaxed and at ease because it's getting enough oxygen in. If you've ever been to a sauna, you probably understand this. If you've never been, I suggest that you do try to go there, because sure, you can learn how to breathe properly without a sauna, but not only is going to the sauna very healthy, it's also going to help you, I think, speed this process up a little bit more to try and making it more natural. So if you've ever been inside of a sauna, you're aware with that specific point in time where you've been in there for say 10-15 minutes and your breath starts to get really fast and really fucked up because your heartbeat's racing, you're sweating down, you're feeling the heat, one thing and another, you're feeling a little claustrophobic and all of these things here, and your breath starts to get really fast. And if you ever pay attention to it, you will notice that you're chest breathing, and again, chest breathing isn't good. When that happens, then you try to bring yourself to breathe slower. Reason being is that if you breathe slower, you feel more calm and you're more likely to spend more time in them. This is somewhat the same reasoning that there is in meditation and all of these things here, in mindfulness, breath work. Why do you think that breath work is actually so important? Why do you think that meditation is important? Well, it's fucking important because by learning how to breathe properly, you learn how to condition your body to be more relaxed and more at ease. And if your body is more relaxed and it's getting enough oxygen, which is literally the thing that you need to survive, if your body is getting enough oxygen, your mind will be at a much healthier state. Because say that perhaps you want to start approaching a girl, you want to approach a girl in the gym, or a girl approaches you. If a situation like that happens, you will notice that your breath either suddenly stops or you feel like a sudden tightening in your body. That isn't good. Being tightened like that is holding you back from actually feeling relaxed and working like a normal human being. So if there is anything that you should be focusing on doing as a self-improvement habit, I know that it's going to sound very stupid, and I know you might think, fuck you, I already know how to breathe. But no, start focusing on actually learning how to breathe with your diaphragm. And not only is this going to help you, perhaps if you want to approach someone and you're a bit socially awkward or you have social anxiety, but also it will help you on, first of all, if you're someone that runs, it will help you on better your running, because when you breathe from here and your body gets enough oxygen, most often than not you will even forget that you have pain. Because when I started running, I would always have a lot of pain towards my ankle and my shins, but I noticed that whenever I actually took control of my breathing and I started breathing properly using my diaphragm and I inhaled enough oxygen, I noticed that, well, I wasn't really feeling the pain anymore after a little bit. And that's the thing, you can use your breathing for fucking everything, because your breathing is the one thing that makes a difference in how your body is going to feel. So if there's one habit that you want to add to your habit tracker, just to have something else over there, which is something that you can do with your stretching, you can do it with your meditation, you can do it whenever you're walking, you can do it at any point in time, when you're at your desk, when you're in bed about to sleep, you can do this at any time. So you have no excuses to say, oh, I don't have the time to do it. No, you have the time. Start doing proper breath work. Perhaps just do 5-10 minutes of breath work, slowly learning how to actually breathe with your diaphragm. The trick that I can give you, which I got this from a book from Robert Glover, is imagine it as if you're breathing up your asshole. I know it sounds kind of weird, but imagine it as if you're breathing air through your asshole into your stomach. Now, and I know how funny this sounds, but if you actually try it out, you would notice that weirdly enough, it is much easier to feel like you're breathing with your diaphragm if you actually do that. And so it works. I'm not gonna say anything against it, it just works, so do it. The proper way of breathing with your diaphragm shouldn't be something that feels forced. If anything, at first you might want to try and force it a little bit, up until eventually you start to breathe naturally with your diaphragm and you start to naturally see your belly rise. So The way that you can do this and realize if you're belly breathing or chest breathing is to simply put one hand on the chest and one other hand on the belly. And when you normally breathe, you have to see which one rises first. So obviously, if this one here rises first, you're chest breathing. If the other one rises first, you're belly breathing. And again, imagine it as if you're breathing air up through your asshole. At first, it might feel a little bit mechanical because you aren't so used to it. But if you actually start doing it for a few days in a row, eventually your body will start to pick up on it. And whenever you find yourself, whenever you catch yourself not breathing with your diaphragm and not breathing fully, you will actually notice the difference in your mindset at that point in time. Like I said, this is a very stupidly simple habit that you'd assume we'd be good at it since we have to do it all day, every day, and we do it when we sleep. Yet, unfortunately, we aren't that good at it. And the reason for that is, unfortunately, the years and years of perhaps traumas, stress, bad situations we ended up in, and so on. All of these things here, all of the negative things add up to it. Anxieties, rejection, all of these things here add up to it, and eventually they make you a chest breather, which isn't good for you. So if there's one habit that you should try to stick to as much as possible on every day, and this isn't something that you do for a monk mode in a sense, this is something that you should implement into your daily life, the same way you'd implement stretching, the same way you'd implement meditation, the same way you'd implement journaling, the same way you'd implement going to the gym. Learning how to breathe properly with your diaphragm is probably one of the best things that you can do for yourself, again, because it will help you feel more relaxed. It will help your body, first of all, have enough oxygen to properly work. It will help you be less anxious if you're trying to approach people and you're trying to be more sociable, because it will calm your mind. You will be overthinking way less. It's just an overall good thing that you should be doing. And the difference between doing it and not doing it at first might seem very subtle, but once you get used to it, you will start to actually see the difference from when you're chest breathing and when you're belly breathing, and you will pick up on the differences whenever you catch yourself doing one or the other. I would suggest that you implement this habit into your daily routine with all of the other habits that you're doing, because it's just an overall good thing to do. And the benefits of it spread into so many areas of life that it's kind of a no-brainer. If you're looking for a habit with a lot of return on investment to add on to your habit tracker, here's what I can suggest for you. Subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell next to it so that every day you can see videos like this one here, and hopefully your life gets a little bit better. So if you did enjoy the video, feel free to subscribe. You can do all of the other things. There's other links in the description if you want to follow me elsewhere and support the channel through there. And yeah, remember how to breathe properly, mate. Have a good day.